Hey there, Nocturnes! Welcome back to English Me, dito sa Nocturnal Sage, a guide for those left in the dark. Ako nga pala ulit, si Kuya N, ang inyong class president. Nung nakaraang meeting with Sir Jeremy, diniscuss natin ang tungkol sa rhetorical criticism. Nalaman natin through our example, which is the advertisement ng Old Spice deodorant, nalaman natin na yung mga napapanood nating mga palabas, babasa natin ng mga kwento, yung mga symbols na ginagamit doon may mga hidden meanings. At kapag ginamit natin yung rhetorical criticism, malalaman na natin kung bakit ginawa yung ganong commercial. Ngayong gabi naman, mag-focus na tayo ulit sa social aspect ng ating binabasa o pinapanood. Ngayong gabi, ating i-focus yung attention natin sa working class. Sa mga nagtatrabaho dyan, makaka-relate kayo. Saka yung sa mga hindi pa nagtatrabaho pero nangangarap na maging doktor, maging lawyer, maging kung sino man yung gusto nyo, mabubuksan yung isip ninyo patungkol sa labor. So ano pa hinihintay natin? Samahan nyo na ako sa ating klase with Sir Jeremy para malaman natin kung ano ang Marxist criticism. Oh English me, oh English me, gusto kong matuto ng Ingles pero hindi alam kung paano. Good evening, class. For tonight, we will talk about Marxist criticism, named after the famous economist Karl Marx. What is this criticism all about? Here, we study the conflicts, the challenges, and other unpleasant experiences of the working class in their pursuit of quality life, whichever society they are in, with regard to a particular story. If we have the elite, the upper class, we have the majority, the ones doing all the labor, yet could get underpaid or treated unfairly in other forms. So, analyzing their lives, the working class lives, is the main point of this approach. Let's apply Marxist criticism on Spirited Away. Remember the animated movie about a little girl who gets lost in a deserted place for spirits? Yes, that's the one. Let's focus on Yubaba, the bathhouse owner. Here she's the oppressor. She's the one who hires Chihiro, the protagonist in the story. She's the one whose parents, get turned into pigs for eating food that's not for them. And also, Chihiro, at the start of the story, is hesitant about moving into the new neighborhood because it's new, yeah, and unfamiliar to her. She's about 9 or 10 years old here. Anyway, Chihiro represents the working class. In our analysis, Chihiro represents the workers in the bathhouse. So how is Yubaba an oppressive employer to Chihiro? Let's look at the first factor. Chihiro gets separated from her parents who got turned into pigs. Yubaba could have just set her parents free, but because she thinks that her parents deserve being turned into pigs for eating food that's not theirs, she decides to withhold Chihiro's parents from the girl so that she could teach the parents a lesson. So it's like the overseas workers we know, or you might know personally, who get separated from their families because of their jobs. So that's the first kind of oppression that the working class is undergoing here. Well, as far as Chihiro is concerned, that's what she's experiencing in the story. Second, she is forced to work in order to survive. She can't live without having being paid for doing something. While in the spirit world, if she doesn't prove herself to be useful, she might not be able to find her parents, or worse, she could get killed or evicted from the spirit world. And then finally, after signing the work contract with Yubaba, Chihiro's name is almost forgotten, and identity at that, almost forgotten, when Yubaba rearranges the characters on the paper Chihiro signed, and then turns it into sen instead. Good thing though, Chihiro is mindful enough to remember who she is, even until the end of the story, despite having lost her true name. But eventually, we see in the end that Chihiro gets both her parents and her name back. But despite all those challenges, we can see that Chihiro, as part of the working class, triumphs. Focusing on Marxist criticism, we look at how the working class struggles to attain the kind of life that they believe they deserve. And Chihiro represents that. Are you alright? Continue surviving in the dark for the next approach. Oh English me, oh English me, gusto kong matuto ng Ingles pero hindi alam kung paano. Sino ang magtuturo? Gusto kong matuto na talaga. Oh English me. Word of the night. Proletariat. Noun. Ang first three na makakapag-comment sa baba ng meaning at na kanyang original sentence ay magkakaroon ng special mention sa susunod na episode. Kaya ano pa hinihintay nyo, Nocturnes? Mag-comment na kayo sa baba bago mag-Friday para masama sa editing ang inyong posts. Kung nagustuhan ninyo ang episode na ito, pakilike naman dyan sa baba. Tapos kung may mga suggestions kayo o questions, pakicomment na lang din. Saka share naman yung video na to o mas maganda yung buong playlist sa mga kakilala ninyo nagtitake ng AAP sa school year na to. Alam nyo naman na sa panahon ngayon ay kanya-kanya ng diskarte sa paghahanap ng reliable reference materials at kasama na dyan ang Nocturnal Sage kung naniniwala kayo. Mag-join din kayo sa ating private Facebook group, The Nocturne Space, yung link na sa baba rin. Yun ay kung nahihiya kayo mag-comment ng public sa baba pero gusto nyo na mag-share kayo ng mga saloobin. Yung Nocturne Space yung tamang lugar para gawin nyo yun na walang manghuhusga sa inyo. At higit sa lahat, mag-subscribe. At itap nyo yung notification bell sa baba para hindi kayo mahuli sa anumang updates na aming nire-release. New episodes every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Ang Nocturnal Sage ay nakatuon sa 4 na bagay. Una ay self-conquest. Kung ikaw ay may pinagdaraan ng mabibigat na damdamin, let's say anger or sadness, walang medical prescription pero tutulungan ka namin, bibigyan ka namin ng tips kung paano i-process yung mga ganitong emosyon nang hindi nangangailangan makasakit ng iba. Pangalawa ay communication. Bukod sa English Me, ngayon ay pinagmumunihan namin gumawa ng playlist para sa oral com. Sabi naman sa comment o paki-message na lang kami sa private Facebook group kung gaano kayo nasasabik para sa oral com na playlist. Pwede ka naming bigyan ng tips sa kung paano, let's say, i-overcome ang stage fright tuwing magsasalita ka sa harapan ng maraming mga tao. At pwede pa rin yan mag-i-applicable kahit online sessions yan, kahit Zoom meetings, kasi minsan umaabot sa 100 yung mga attendees, di ba? Nakakakaba pa rin ang magsalita sa ganung karaming mga tao kahit online. So, pakisabi naman sa amin kung ano yung ine-expect nyo sa oral com playlist na kino-conceptualize pa lang ni Sir Jeremy. Pangatlo ay leadership. Kung ikaw ay bagong halal na student council officer o nagtatrabaho ka na at saka bagong promote ikaw sa managerial position or departmental position, paalam nyo sa amin kung anong mga struggles nyo as first-time leaders at bibigyan ka ng tips si Sir Jeremy sa kung paano i-ace yung game. Mas lalo na kung pagdating yan sa paghawak ng mahirap kausapin at saka yung mas matatanda at saka mukhang mas marunong kaysa sa inyo. At panghuli ay expansion. Kung naghahangad ka ng ibang klaseng fulfillment sa iyong buhay na hindi makukuha sa pagkakaroon ng mataas na sweldo, sahod o grades, sa expansion series ay tutulungan ka namin na i-discover kung anong mga skill set yung kailangan mong makamtan para ma-attain yung pinapangarap mong gawain. Sa ngayon, siguro hindi mo pa alam kung ano yung gawain iyon, pero depende sa kung ano yung mga interest mo, kung ano yung nilalayon mong ma-achieve bago ka mamatay. Bibigyan ka namin ng tips sa kung paano i-discover yung iyong potential. Salamat sa panonood. Ako muli si Kuya N. Kita-kits sa susunod na episode ng English Me dito sa Nocturnal Sage, a guide for those left in the dark.